Hi, this is the fourth video in the subject of long multiplication, and in this video we're going to focus on triple digit by triple digits. So hundreds of something multiplied by hundreds of something. That's how we're going to get to triple digit. It's the principles are the same as the long multiplications we've done before, but this time there'll be one more step that we have, one additional step that we have to do. So let's start with an example. It's the best way to do this. Let's say we want to multiply 126 multiplied by, say, 234. So that's the triple digit by triple digit multiplication. So just like we did before, we're going to start with multiplying out the units. So that's 6 times 4. So 6 times 4 is equal to 24. So we're going to put down 4, carry over 2. Then, just as before, same way, we do the 4 times 2. So 4 times 2 is equal to 8, plus the 2 that we've carried over. 8 plus 2 is 10. So we write 0 and carry over 1. Now we do 4 times 1. So we take the first number multiplied by the hundreds that we had, that's the 1. So 4 times 1 is equal to 4, plus we have this 1 that we carried over, so 4 plus 1 is equal to 5, so we put 5. Now we do the same as what we did before. We put a plus sign, or you can put a 0 sign. It doesn't really matter, but as I said before, I prefer to use the plus sign. And we take the next digit up. So the next digit is 3 times 6, so we're going to multiply 3 times 6 is equal to 18. So we put 8. I've just cleared away the previous carryover, so now we put 8, carry over 1. Now we have to do 3 times 2, it's these two over here. So 3 times 2 is equal to 6, and we have to add the 1 that we've carried over. So plus 1 is equal to 7, so we put down 7. Now we do this one, 3 times 1, so 3 times 1 is equal to 3. We don't have anything that we carried forward from that, so we just have to put down 3. So now we have to do the last of the multiplication. So remember we've done the 4, we've done the 3, we now have to do the 2. But before we do that, we have to do one more step that's different from the previous exercise. We now put in a plus in the third line, but instead of 1, we put 2 pluses. So that's just the way it is. If you're multiplying the hundreds now, this is the hundreds column, we have to put 2 pluses here and then carry on as before. So now we're going to do 2 times 6. So 2 times 6 is equal to 12. So we put down 2 and carry over 1. Exactly as we were doing before. Next step, we do the hundreds number, that's number 2 times 2. So 2 times 2 is equal to 4. And we have to remember to add the 1 that we carried over. So 4 plus 1 is equal to 5. So then we put down 5. And then the last step, we do 2 times 1. So we did 2 times 6, 2 times 2, 2 times 1 is just 2. There's no carryover. Now, just like in the last time, we've now got 3 lots of numbers. 1, 2, and 3. And we have to add them all up to get the answer. So 4 plus, this is, remember, 0 plus 0 is 4. This is 0 plus 8 plus 0 is 8. 5 plus 7 is 12. Plus 2 is 14. So that's 4. Carry over 1. Then we've got 1 plus 3 is 4. Plus 5 is 9. 9. Finally 2, bring down 2, and that gives you 2. So that's 2. So 29,484. Now that's quite a long process. Remember, we have to multiply each of these out, the units by the tens, units, and hundreds. Then we multiply out the tens to the units, the tens, and the hundreds. Then we multiply the hundreds to the units, the tens and the hundreds. So we'll do the next example and I'll just work it out for you so you can follow it. We'll do 3 examples and hopefully by that time you will really understand how to do this. So let's take another example here. So I'm just going to work my way through it. So the first step is 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. So I put 2, carry over 1. 4, 7 times 4 is equal to 28, plus the 1 carried over, plus 1 is equal to 29. So I have 9, carry over 2. Now I do 5 times 4. 5 times 4 is equal to 20, plus the 2 I carried over. 20 plus 2 is equal to 22. So I put 22 here, 22. Remember, aligning my hundreds and my thousands now. Now I'm going to do my 6 times 3. So 6 times 3 is equal to 18. So that's 8, carry over 1. Then I do 6 times 7. 6 times 7 is equal to 42. Plus the 1 that I've carried over, plus 1 is equal to 43. So I write down 3, carry over 4. And now I do 6 times 5. So 6 times 5 is equal to 30. And I add the 4 I carried over, plus 4 is equal to 34. So I write down 34. Now I've got my 2 pluses already because I'm going to start with the hundreds in my multiplication problem. So here I'm going to multiply that 2 by the 3 units, so 200 by the 3 units. So 2 times 3 is equal to 6, and there's nothing to carry over. Next I do 2 times 7. So 2 times 7 is equal to 14. So I put down 4, carry over 1. And last step I do 5 times 2, or 2 times 5, it's the same thing. 2 times 5 is equal to 10, plus the 1 that I carried over makes it 11. So I put down 11. Now, as the last step in the calculation, I add up all these 3 numbers. So let's see what comes out. So I have 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 8 is 17, carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 3 is 6, plus 6 is 12, so that's 2, carry 1. Then I have 1 plus 2 is 3, plus 4 is 7, plus 4 is 11, carry 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, plus 1 is 5, and 1. So that's 151,272. So you can see how step by step we can do triple digit by triple digit multiplication. I'll do one more example. So here's one more example. Let's start with the units. So we do 4 times 3. 4 times 3 is equal to 12. We carry over 1. Now we do 4 times 7. 4 times 7 is equal to 28. So, and we add back the 1 that we carried over, this one. So that's 29. So that's 9. Carry over 2. Now we do this one. 4 times 4. So 4 times 4 is equal to 16 plus the 2 that we carried over. So plus 2 is equal to 18. So we write down 18 before we move on to the next line. So for the next line, we now do 6 times 3. So 6 times 3 is equal to 18. So that's 8, carry over 1. Now we do 6 times 7. So 6 times 7 is equal to 42. We have to add back the 1 that we carried over, plus 1. That's 43. So we put 3, carried over 4. Now we do 6 times 4. So 6 times 4 is equal to 24, plus the 4 that we carried forward, carried over, carried forward. So 24 plus 4 is 28, and we just write down 28. Remember, we must align the numbers together. So there's the thousands, this becomes the 10,000s. Now we do the last line. 3 times 2, 3 times 2 is equal to 6. So we write down 6, there's nothing to carry over. Then we do 2 times 7. So that's 2 times 7 is equal to 14. There's nothing to carry over, so that's just we write down 4. This time we carry over 1. 4 times 2, so 4 times 2 is equal to 8. Plus the 1 that we carried over, 8 plus 1 is 9. So we write down 9. Now we're going to add these up. Remember these 3 rows, we have to add them up. So 2 plus 0 is 2. 9 plus 8 is 17, carry 1. 8 plus 1 is 9, 10, 11, 12, plus 6. Plus 6 is 18, 18, carry 1. 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 8 is 10, plus 4 is 14, carry 1. 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 plus 9 is 12. So the answer is 124,872. Okay, let's do one more example and then you should really get the method. So number 1, we're going to multiply 5 by 1. 5 times 1 is equal to 5, so that's 5. Nothing to carry over. Next one is 1 times 8, or 8 times 1 is equal to 8. Nothing to carry over. And then the last step is 1 times 3, or 3 times 1 is equal to 3, and there's nothing to carry over. The next line we do the 9s. 9 times 5 is equal to 45. So we put 5, carry over 4. Don't forget that you need to put a plus sign. If you don't have that already in your worksheet, you need to put that plus sign. In the examples you'll have with Chilipopcorn, that will be done for you. But let's carry on with this. So we did 9 times 5. 9 times 8 is 72. So 9 times 8 is equal to 72. Plus the 4 we carried over, plus 4 is equal to 76. So we put down 6 and carry forward 7. And then we do 9 times 3. So 9 times 3 is equal to 27. Plus the 7 that we carried over, plus 7 carried over is, so 7 plus 7 is 14, carry over 1, 2 plus 1 is 3, so that's 34, so we just write down 34. Now we do the 6's and multiply those out, so 6 times 5 is equal to 30, so that's 0. Remember again we have the plus and the plus, so 6 times 5 is 30, you've got 0, carry over 3. Now we do 6 times 8, so 6 times 8 is equal to 48, plus the 3 that we carried over, plus 3. So 8 plus 3 is 11, carry over 1, 4 plus 1 is 5. So that's 51, so 1, carry over 5. And then we do the 6 times 3. So 6 times 3 is equal to 18, plus the 5 that we carried over, plus 5. So 8 plus 5 is 13, carry over 1, and 1 plus 1 is 2, so that's 23. Remember, we're not quite done yet. We've got one last simple step to do, which is to add up these 3 numbers. All 3 numbers need to be added up. So that's 5. 8 plus 5 is 13, carry 1. 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 6 is 10, so that's 0, carry over 1. 1 plus 4 is 5, 5 plus 1 is 6, 3 plus 3 is 6, and 2 is 2. So, the answer is 266,035. So that's how we do triple digit multiplication, and we'll have a few exercises for you to work on now, and good luck with all the exercises. Remember, you can come back to the videos at any time if you want to refresh your memory how to do this step. Good luck.